Hi, I'm Tom. This is Lucy, and this is Kitty Help Desk. Thanks for joining me. Today I wanted to answer a question that I get fairly frequently from children. And they ask, why does my cat want to sleep with me? Some of them ask, why does my cat not want to sleep with me? That's a different question. Maybe we'll address a little of that today. But the question, why does my cat want to sleep with me, is one that has a lot of different answers. A lot depends on the personality of your individual cat. In many cases, cats want to sleep with us because we help keep them warm. Cats have body temperatures that are higher than our own. And so in a environment that we're comfortable in, they're often a little bit chilly. So they like to be next to us because they can soak up our body heat. When they're laying next to you, you might actually feel a little hot because they're so warm. Their bodies are so warm. But they really enjoy being next to us because that makes them feel warmer. It's like we're a big blanket, a big heated blanket next to them. Now, on top of that, they also really like sharing smells with us. They like us to have their smells, and they like to pick up our smells as part of their community scent. Cats will form a community scent with all the other cats in the household and all the family members, and that to them represents community. Now, if you're talking about them sleeping in the bed next to you, they really especially like to sleep in the bed because the bed has a lot of our scent in it. Even with fresh bedding, the bed has more scent, more human scents than a lot of areas in the home. So they really like being around that. It makes them feel sort of homey. It makes them feel like a sense of family. So that might be another reason why they like to sleep with you. They may also like to sleep with you because they get affection from you. And they see you as a caregiver and as a family member, and they really like it when you give them affection. Now, you have to be careful when you're giving affection to cats to offer it and give them a choice as to whether they'd really like to receive affection or not. Miss Lucy's kind of a little bit worked up because Mina is in the chair over here. She's a little distracted. I'm going to intervene a little bit because the two of them don't always get along. And they're feeling a little bit of competition right now for my attention and for the treats I've been giving out to get them up on the table. So there's a little competition back and forth between them. I can see on Mina's face, Mina's not too happy that Lucy came up here on the table, but that's okay. We all have to deal with a little bit of unhappiness in our lives, and that's all right. As long as there's not conflict, that's okay. But back to affection. You want to be careful that when you're petting your cat, you see how, I don't know if you can see it, but Miss Lucy's back is rippling slightly. It's just a little bit. It's not bad. Her tail is vibrating a little bit, and that means she's a little bit excited. And I may be, if I continue to pet her, I might actually see her back's moving more and her tail's moving more. She's basically telling me, okay, I've had enough touch right now. She's a little bit stressed out by Mina sitting here staring at her, and she'd rather me not pet her. So the best action for me to take is not to pet her right now. And if I listen to her, if I pay attention to those signs, when she shows me I've had enough, she's more likely to come to me for affection when she does want it because she knows I'm going to respect her boundaries. If, however, if I keep petting her no matter what, or I approach her with big open hands and come at her face like this all the time, she's going to come to me less frequently. You've probably heard stories about people who come to parties in a home where there's a cat, and the cat gravitates towards the one person at the party who really doesn't like cats at all. And that's because that person's not going up in the cat's face all the time, trying to get the cat's attention. Cats show their confidence in other cats by turning their backs to them, by relaxing around them. So this person that doesn't like cats, by not looking at the cat, in cat language is basically showing the cat that I'm a safe person to come up to. So that just tells you one way that you can communicate to your cat that you'd like to pet them, really, is by not trying to pet them and letting them control that interaction. Let them come to you instead. When they come to you, offer them your hand, and if they choose to accept it, which Miss Lucy didn't do right then. She looked at my knuckles and then she turned away. So I'm going to respect that. I'm not going to pet her right now. And that's important for them to understand that you're trustworthy in that way, that you will respect their wishes. Now, you may have found that if you do pet them a lot, that they may still want to sleep with you, but they may sleep down by your shins. So a little bit just outside of your arm's reach, because they've learned if I lay against you next to where you can reach me, you're going to pet me too much, or you might squeeze me and I don't want to be squeezed. Miss Mina tends to sleep every night between my arm and my body here with her head right. She lays her head over on top of my hand. And she'll do that for a little while each night. She gets tired of it and eventually doesn't want to be enclosed like that. But she comes and she wants to do it for a bit in the middle of the night usually. And then she wants to sleep on top of me. And that's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. But with Lucy, when she wants to come and sleep in the bed with me, she will come and sleep down by my ankles because she'd prefer to be buried under the covers. And she likes the heat, and she also likes my feet sticking up, form a little tent over her. So she's learned that's her favorite spot to be in the bed. Both of them choose to spend most of their time sleeping somewhere else. And that's okay. They can sleep wherever they feel safest and most comfortable. The point is to make sure that they're provided with a lot of different options of sleeping spots. Cats tend to sleep in various locations. They rotate between those locations to stay more safe, because in the wild, if a cat just slept in the same exact spot every single night, it makes them more vulnerable to predators. So that's just, their instincts tell them keep kind of rotating around these different spots. And we should just provide lots of spots for them to go to. And it's important not to feel sort of dejected if you buy them a cat bed and they dislike it, or maybe they just don't want to put it in their rotation just yet. Give them time. Let them get used to it and let them make the choice for themselves. Because after all, the reason why we care for pets is to make their lives better as well as our own. So, we just need to consider them and their choices in everything that we do, and make it possible for them to choose to sleep wherever they want. So, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.